Let me show you something. Chapter 1181, and everyone is talking about Loki, about the lightning, about the flames, about the destruction. But I want you to look at something else. Something small. Something most people scrolled right past. Imu's sword. Because that single blade, it just changed everything we thought we knew about Mihawk. I'm not talking about a vague theory anymore. I'm not talking about maybe this or could be that. I'm talking about a direct visual parallel, a smoking gun. Oda drawing a line between two characters that we never thought would connect. So, let me break this down, panel by panel, name by name, eye by eye. By the end of this video, you are going to see Mihawk differently. Not as a lonely swordsman on a coffin boat, but as something much bigger, much darker, and much closer to the heart of One Piece's final mystery. Let's get into it. First, let me set the scene. Loki is going all out against Imu. He summons lightning from the sky, he swings his hammer with everything he has. He is trying to obliterate the man who killed his father. But Imu doesn't even flinch. He blocks Loki's attack with those black Marquise flames. Then, something interesting happens. Imu grows in size. He matches Loki. He looks him eye to eye. And from those flames, he pulls out a weapon. Not a blast, not a beam, not some abstract energy attack. A sword. A massive, dark, jagged blade. It comes out of the Marquise flames like it was always there, like the flames were just waiting to take that shape. Imu calls the attack Nemesis. And then he stabs Loki straight through the chest. Now here is what I need you to pay attention to. The way Imu holds that sword. The angle of the thrust, the follow-through, the precision. That is not a devil fruit user who happens to be holding a sharp object. That is a swordsman, and not just any swordsman. Go back with me. Marineford, the war arc. Remember what Mihawk did when he first stepped into that battlefield? He didn't charge in wildly. He didn't use some flashy devil fruit power. He stood at a distance, he raised Yoru above his head, and he swung. One slash, one clean, devastating cut. That slash traveled across the entire bay. It was aimed at Whitebeard himself, and it was so powerful that Jozu, a man made of diamond, had to jump in front of it to stop it. Now watch chapter 1181 again. Look at Imu's motion, the grip, the extension of the arm, the way the blade goes through Loki's body. Same pose, same technique, same swordsmanship. Oda has been drawing One Piece for over 25 years. He has drawn hundreds of fights, thousands of panels. He does not accidentally reuse a pose this specific. He does not accidentally make two characters fight the exact same way. That is a deliberate choice, a visual callback, a clue. But forget the technique for a minute. Let's talk about the sword itself. Look at Imu's blade, the shape, the curvature, the crossguard, the overall silhouette. Now, pull up a picture of Yoru, Mihawk's sword, the first black blade we ever saw in the entire series. Put them side by side. They look like they came from the same workshop, same family of design, same deadly elegance, same dark, almost cursed aesthetic. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. A lot of swords in One Piece look similar. Sure, but here's the thing. Oda goes out of his way to make every major sword distinct. Enma looks different from Ame no Habakiri. Tsushui looks different from Wado Ichimonji. Law's Kikoku looks like nothing else in the series. So, when two swords look this similar, from two characters who are already connected by their eyes, by their presence, by their mystery, that is not a coincidence. That is Oda drawing a family line. Now let me hit you with the names, because Oda loves hiding truth in plain sight through language. Nemesis. In Greek mythology, Nemesis is the goddess of retribution, justice, divine punishment. She is the one who hunts down those who commit hubris, who thinks they are above the gods. But here is the key detail, the one most people miss. Nemesis is the daughter of Nyx, the primordial goddess of the night. Now think about Mihawk's sword, Yoru. Yoru in Japanese means night. Nemesis, daughter of night. Yoru, night. Same root, same theme, same mythological family. Oda did not pick the name Nemesis randomly. He did not name Mihawk's sword Yoru randomly. He is connecting these two characters through language and mythology, and he's been doing it for years. We just did not have the visual proof until chapter 1181. Now we do. Then there are the eyes. We've known for a long time that Imu has unusual eyes, ringed eyes, double irises, something distinct, something that sets him apart from every other character in One Piece. Now look at Mihawk. Same eyes, same rings, same pattern. For years, people explained this away. It's just a strong swordsman thing. Oda likes drawing cool eyes. It doesn't mean anything. But chapter 1181 puts that excuse to rest, because now we have not one, not two, but three matching elements between Imu and Mihawk. Eyes that match, swords that match, fighting styles that match. At a certain point, you have to stop calling it coincidence and start calling it evidence. Oda is drawing a line, a bloodline, a connection that has been hiding in plain sight since Mihawk's very first appearance. Let me add one more piece, something we've known for decades but never fully understood. Mihawk's full name, Dracule Mihawk. Dracule as in Dracula, son of the devil. Think about that. Not a pirate name, not a bounty hunter alias, not a nickname his crew gave him. That is his actual name, a title, a description of his origin. If Imu is the devil of the One Piece world, the false god sitting on the empty throne, the ruler of the Holy Land, the corruption at the heart of the world government, then being called the son of the devil makes perfect sense. Dracule isn't just a cool vampire reference. It is Oda telling us from day one that Mihawk comes from something dark, something powerful, something tied to the very foundation of this world. So where does this leave us? If Mihawk is a descendant of the Nerona family, Imu's own bloodline, then his role in the final saga is not what we thought. He's not just Zoro's final opponent. He's not just a wandering warlord who got bored. He's living proof that Imu's blood does not have to follow Imu's path. Imu builds an empire through control, covenants, manipulation. Mihawk sails alone, owes nothing to anyone. Imu demands submission. Mihawk bows to no one. Imu creates a world of domination. Mihawk just wants to be left alone with his wine and his sword. The devil's own descendant became the devil's greatest contradiction. And that's exactly why Oda has been hiding this for so long. Because Mihawk is not a threat to Imu through strength alone. He's a threat through existence. If the blood of the devil can choose freedom, then Imu's entire philosophy crumbles. That's my take on chapter 1181. One panel, one sword, one attack called Nemesis, and suddenly, years of theories about Mihawk's origins finally have visual proof. What do you think? Is Mihawk a direct descendant of Imu, or is the connection something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.